A Wisconsin legislative committee voted along party lines this week to approve hundreds of thousands of dollars that's going to go to a former conservative Supreme Court justice in the state of Wisconsin to investigate voter fraud in the state. Even though the state has already conducted a recount at the request of the Trump campaign, and even though independent audits have revealed that there was only a couple dozen instances of questionable activity and only 2 charges filed against people for voter fraud in the state, they've decided, you know what? We like what's happening down there in the state of Arizona, so we're going to copy that here in Wisconsin, even though we have no evidence to back any of this up. We're handpicking this former conservative Supreme Court justice, so we've got our boy who's going to do our bidding, and we're going to give him, how much is it? $680,000 to carry this out. And again, this was a Republican-controlled committee because Republicans control the state legislature, even though they have a Democratic governor. The Democratic governor, Tony Evers, has come out, said this is absolutely partisan, it's ridiculous, it's a waste of taxpayer dollars. But unfortunately, he is effectively powerless to stop this from moving forward. So, it is what it is, but the story gets a little deeper. Wisconsin Assembly Speaker Robin Vos said on August 27th that Gableman's contract, that's the justice, will allow for spending up to $680,000 on the probe, more than 9 times the amount originally earmarked. The committee vote on Monday arrives 1 week after Vos flew with Trump to a rally in Alabama where the two discussed the Wisconsin investigation. So yeah, Trump's dirty fingerprints are all over this because the person who made it happen was flying around with Donald Trump to Alabama. For no reason, really. I mean, you're a Wisconsin state legislature. You have no reason to be chilling with Donald Trump in the state of Alabama in the summer. Trust me. I like Alabama, I really do, but no, hanging out outside in the state of Alabama in late August, not exactly something that's fun, especially for somebody who's used to more mild Wisconsin weather. But either way, this is purely partisan. This is not based in reality. This is a continuance of what we're seeing down there in Arizona. And we're going to continue seeing more of this. Republicans, anytime moving forward now, I fear for the rest of the existence of this country, they're going to continue to challenge election results, conduct these bogus little audits that basically just enrich their friends at this point, just so they don't have to admit defeat, so that they can continuously perpetuate this cycle of mistrust in our election systems. That's what this is all about. It's not always about overturning results. It's about casting doubt so the public never actually accepts those results. That's the end game here. They know they cannot actually change what happened in the election, but they can convince the public that Democrats are never legitimate and therefore you should never listen to them. Oh, and by the way, that's also why you should support our super restrictive new voting laws to make sure it never happens again. That's the plan that these Republicans are putting in action all over this country. If you can't get enough Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel for fresh video content 7 days a week. And for even more from me, you can follow me on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @FairandBalanced.